The most dynamic and confusing thing for many Africans in the diaspora is juggling two worlds. When we left home, when we left Africa, we came over here very excited and looking forward to enjoying life and everything that this part of the world promised us, or at least that's what we expected. But we forgot that we were going to be surprised. If you're an African in the diaspora, then this video is for you. And in this video, I want to share things that have made life for African immigrants in other parts of the world complicated and make it adventurous as well. One of the most important things that Africans in the diaspora do, and this will not stop, is the idea of family, supporting family financially, and an expectation that you have to support the family back home financially. This aspect has a complicated and a very difficult approach to the Africans in the diaspora. What it means is, as an African in the diaspora, you have two families that you are supporting. Your family that is here with you, and the family that you left back home. And many of us come over here because we get support, financial support from families, so that we can be able to travel here, so pay for your air tickets, pay for your visas, and all things that are associated with traveling abroad. And this financial support is supposed to be, in a way, paid back. And this is not just an expectation, it's something that you have to do. And I've seen so many Africans in the diaspora working very hard, working long hours, working 2 shifts, so that they are able to balance the two families, family in the diaspora and the family back home in Africa. And this is what almost maybe 99% of African immigrants in the diaspora have to go through. It's not an easy thing, but we have to do it. And sometimes it feels very pressure. We feel very pressured to fulfill this promise. So this is one thing that Africans in diaspora have to go through. The second thing I want to talk about is the culture. We come here with our own African cultures, which are very diverse depending on which part of Africa you come from. And once you land in these other parts of the world, it is not a secret that you have to adjust to the culture that you arrive or come into. Otherwise, life will become very, very complicated if you come here and bring your everything and not be able to adjust to what's needed here. And I've seen different people, especially couples who come here and suddenly they come into a different culture. Firstly, about raising children, the relationship between husband and wife, and this in a way has caused a lot of tensions between families, and some couples have gone to an extent of living apart or divorcing each other because of the different cultures that they try to juggle between what they are brought up with in Africa and what this continent or other country requires us to do. And as for raising children, this is another big and complicated culture that we have to adjust. We are required to adjust. I'll give an example. In Germany, where I'm based, children take the center stage. Everything, children have to be involved, including major decisions like school, going to the doctors. A child has to say what they need to do. Parents cannot just decide. And if you're an African parent who is used to almost decide everything, this becomes really a very difficult thing to go through. But what do you have to do? You have to do it. You're in a different culture and different world, so you have to adjust to this kind of arrangement. The next thing that I find, even myself, confronted with, and not an easy thing to do, is the identity aspect, where I'm an African and I have certain things that I follow, things that I think are non-negotiables. But living here for some time, you suddenly begin to acquire some few cultural things that you don't notice them yourself until you go back home, and then people start to say, what have you done? What is this now? For example, for me, I got surprised when I went home and realized that I was not used to just doing things spontaneously. I needed to make a time, and if someone came late, I really got pissed off. But of course, people had to tell me, you have to slow down. This is Africa. We have the time. We don't have the watches, but we have the time, so we have to relax. And I found that it's not an easy life to juggle these differences. So you become someone in the middle, and sometimes I feel like I don't know where I belong, because in either part of the world there are things that people ask why. Either in Africa, people tell me you have to slow down. In Germany, you have to keep time, you have to be punctual. So it becomes a very tricky situation, but also you get to grow in a way that you have this privilege to be in two worlds in one life. So you become to have extra eyes and extra wisdom, so to speak, that you hardly could have acquired if you were just in one of these places. So to my fellow Africans in the diaspora, please share with me things that makes you confused when you are in the diaspora or when you go back home, and also share with me what things you have done or you have acquired over the years that makes you a rooted or a very deep person who holds this knowledge that maybe other people don't hold. So stay happy, stay in abundance, and I will see you again in another video.